Hello there, Railway Russ. Been quite a while since I've done a video, so hopefully be back with you and hope to continue doing some more. Anyway, on this video we're going to do just a simple introduction to PC Rail. Now this is obviously for new customers or new people who's interested in PC Rail for the first time, and if you are an existing customer, hopefully this video might be useful to you as well. Hopefully you might pick something up of interest. Anyway, we're just going to go through the different types of simulations PC Rail do, and just give you a quick example of each one and compare it with the different types. So basically this is the website. If you are a new customer, you can actually create an account and log in. This is useful for when you want to get your registration codes back, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's have a look at the simulations. We've got 4 basic types, well 5 including the special ones. There's a classic one's quite a new feature really. Basically it includes some of the early ones PC Rail's done, and now they do include 2 timetables. Some of the early ones only used to have probably 8 or 9, 10 hours of running, and it was always a bit of a constant bane, I suppose, with new customers. You want value for money, so they're now doing it with 2 timetables, and the second one is usually a 24-hour one. So what does a classic series? We'll go through each one at a time. Well, here's a list of all the classic series. Let's have a look at, for example, Brighton. Now they generally cover one main station on the classic series, whereas the other ones tend to cover a little bit more. So we'll have a look at, say, Brighton. Just have a quick look. There's my PC Rail Plus. If you've not installed PC Rail before, I'll put a link below in this video, which it also covers another tutorial video on how to install PC Rail Plus and simulations. So we've got Brighton already run. The only ones we haven't got registered are these ones in black. All these in italics, sort of this blue colour, are registered. If you download it, it is in evaluation mode, which runs for just a short while to let you have a look at it. So let's have a look at Brighton. So as I say, we've got one main station. There are other stations on this one as well. Oh, it's running straight away. The timetable provided. Oh, that's a good question. We have got, yes, so it'll include a standard timetable, and we've got Summer 2004 SX, which is the one what's running at the moment. So it's a simple process of clicking signal to signal. There's no need to click on points as some customers do. So to set a route, for example, we've got one on the down main. Here's coming in here. Just simply click on the signal and click on the signal you want it to go through. So it's entry, sort of exit system. We have got auto signals on there which you can select on, and as soon as that section of track's clear, that will go to yellow, double yellow or green accordingly. For example, if this one's coming into Brighton, click on auto, sets the route up. The problem with leaving signals on auto is that you can easily misroute a train. For example, if you want a train coming, say, across this spur and you've got it on auto, drivers aren't very clever, they just follow the signals accordingly. So anyway, that's easy enough to do. Sometimes you've got platform numbers in, sometimes they haven't. This one has got platform 5, so at least we know we can signal that into platform 5. So that's Brighton. Nice. Not too many screens on there. I'm just scrolling. My resolution is about 1280, so you can see what you can get on that screen. If I go to the left, there's not much on there at all. So that's Brighton. Straightforward. I'll just save that and carry on. You can have a look at a simpler one like Trent. This is another one in the classic series. Get a timetable with that as well, which will be the midweek winter 95-96, which I've got running as well. To select a new timetable, it's just file new. I'll put it on standard, and then it will start from that. Trent's an interesting one. The layout has been changed yet again at Trent. No stations, of course, on this, and again it's routing signal to signal. So it's just click on there, and it's say covers about a screen and a half. So that's the classic series. We'll go and have a look at the next one, modern series. Now we're talking a lot larger control area, very similar to the classic ones, but say there's a lot more involved in these. As we'll see, we'll look at Birmingham New Street, for example. Let's have a look. Now this is obviously quite a big simulation, Birmingham New Street, and very busy. You can tell it's quite large by the loading times. My aging PC is showing its age, 10-11 years old now. Right, so as you can see, we've still got one major station in the middle. I'm going to pause this, otherwise I'll be undulated with lots of trains. But auto signals the same. We've got lots of station platforms there at Birmingham New Street. Sidings, tunnels are shown. The colours, you can change the colours to suit yourself. It's quite easy if you want to change the background or the track, or loads of different options on there. And if you do get in a mess and thinking, oh dear, that looks a mess, just click on default and they'll all come back to as they were. So yeah, so that's quite a small one in left to right ways, you know, screen size. I'm scrolling left and right now, and you've still got the New Street in there, but it is quite busy. And so we'll come out to that one. We'll have a look at another one. For example, let's have a look. Modern series. Yeah, we've got Doncaster PSB, Derby. Let's see if I've got Derby. I might not have that one. No, I haven't got Derby. Oh dear. Should have checked that before. On Doncaster PSB. Yeah, there is two at Doncaster. One's a Nostalgia Series 1, and one's this, the modern one. So just have a quick look at Doncaster. There's quite a few locations like York and Crewe, which have now got two simulations for the different track, different periods of time. Right, so you can see Doncaster again. You've got the main station in the middle and track layouts out of the way. So that's again about a screen and a half. And routes are set clicking signal to signal. Right, so let's do with that one. Let's have a look. So that's the modern series. Right, I'm going to, before I go to heritage series, I'm going to look at nostalgia one. Now these are mainly, as it says here, 50s and 60s, more complex layouts, and these are quite a detailed, very historical simulation. So we'll have a look at, say, Accrington. Oh, of course, it's got a difficulty level, which I forgot to mention. These are subjective, of course, to individual preferences and tastes, but it does give you a good idea of how difficult these things are. And of course, I picked Accrington, which is demanding. So let's see why it is demanding, should we? Let's have a look. This might take a little loading. Takes quite a bit of loading. Right, oh yes, that did take quite a while. As you can see, we've got quite a large layout here. I mean, look at these locomotives which are already on the layout at the start. There's a page full of trains. Well, let me just stop this, have a quick look through. Yeah, we've got various stations. We've got the shed. Let me see if I can scroll a bit more slower. Anyway, we've got the shed. Can you scroll left and right now? Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll gently, but can't seem to do that. If you click on the centre one, yeah. So we've got two sheds. We've got Accrington shed, and then a lot further on the right we've got another shed here. Look at Rosegrove. So you're controlling all these locomotives, all this enormous layout. They are very satisfying to run, but they do take a bit of getting used to. You need to know where all the locations are. Of course, always recommend you reading the local information, timetable notes for every these large ones. So say we've got a station there, we've got this Accrington station, which is quite an unusual layout. Got a triangular junction around the station as well. So as you can see, that's, as again, it's to operate it is just signal to signal, set the routes. So it is fairly straightforward. Got auto signals on there as well. So that's Accrington. So we'll have a look at the another one, Ashford 1953. That's, says here, newish, quite difficult. Say if you want to download it, you just click on download. There it goes. I'm on the main screen. There's a quick order screen as well on here, which has got every simulation in alphabetical order. So if you want to have a quick look or quick order, you can do it like that. So we're back at Nostalgia. We're doing Ashford. So that's Ashford again. Two simulations. One's Ashford Kent, one's Ashford 1953. I'm running the Nostalgia one. Right, again we've got the sheds. Well, these are carriage sidings here. No, there's no sheds there, but yeah, you've got trains on there as soon as you start the simulation. Not too long, this one, but again, still got quite a lot of traffic. Oh, somebody's whistling up, wanting to move. Well, I'll soon stop your game. I'll exit. Right, so that's the Nostalgia series. Yeah, of course you've got timetable editors with most of these as well. You've got all the features of the simulation. As I say, download it and have a go, see what you think of it. Right, so we're going back to the Heritage series, which is one of my favourite series. These are the old signal box type simulations where you've got bells, block instruments and lever frames. Now I've got quite a few tutorials on my YouTube channel, which I'll link below, on some of these Heritage ones. Not all, but I am working through them. So let's have a look at a simple one. If I would, again, Bridgnorth's quite easy. It's a single line terminus, of course, on the Severn Valley Railway Heritage line. Then you can get some really quite difficult ones. These around Stoke area, there's Newcastle Junction, which is challenging. Say I have done a video on one of these as well, so you can see how difficult they are. But yes, Seaton Junction's a nice, easy one to get into, I would say. So let's have a look at the Seaton, see what it looks like. There we go. So these are called the Heritage type simulation, and there we go. Quite a small screen. This is more or less representative of the signal box diagram you see in these signal boxes. So you've got the lever frame for controlling each signal and point. You've got the block instruments for communicating between the adjacent boxes and the block instruments. We've got the times for the next train. So basically it's, you accept a train, you make sure the route's set, you clear the signals, and you offer the train to the next box. I say we've got, if you want to have a look at how these are run, just have a look at the link below, and I have actually done Seaton Junction and I've done a small run through. Right, I'll have a look at another one, another Heritage one. Let's have a look, what have we got? Evercreech Junction, that's a very popular one on the Somerset and Dorset. Egerton Junction's one I was involved with creating a timetable. It's a signal box I actually still work, although we're on much of a reduced layout than it was. So let's have a look at Egerton. Say heritage type, so we've got the lever frames, block instruments and bells. This is quite an interesting one. I think you've got a double sort of junction connected with the short connection piece inside. You've got the main line Derby to Stoke, you've got the Great Northern Burton up to Derby Friargate, a few sidings, level crossings, they featured as well. They do work, as you can see. I've got a lever for that. And again, it's accepting trains, offering the trains forward, clearing the signals. It's quite a big timetable, this one. They do take a long time to get used to if you're not used to Heritage series before, but again, if you stick at it, watch a few of my tutorial videos, which should help you. I think you'll find it quite engrossing. Very much so. Right, so that's Egerton Junction. I'm not going to work any trains. Oh well, I'll just accept this one. That was one from well, the Great Northern down GN. Right, so that's covered the Heritage ones. Let's say I have got a link down below if you want to have a look at more detail. Now the other series we've got, of course, is the special ones. Now these are quite unusual because each one's quite different from each other. We've got an American one, I hope I pronounce these right, Champaign, Illinois. Earls Court, which is obviously London, and that's the London Underground one, which I'll show you. Hengelo, which is in Holland or Netherlands, and Sydney West is in Australia, of course. Quite unusual, really, for PC Rail to sort of cover these special ones, but still, it is. Oops, sorry, it's an interesting feature. So call that bit out. Let's have a look at Earls Court. I'll have to stop this because it does take some getting used to. Right, as you can see, this is very different to the norm. Completely different windows, method of working. Now obviously if you've not tried these before, have a look at the local information and all the help contents. To clear signals on this particular simulation, you use these buttons here, and we've got different areas. Earls Court Triangle, and of course with it being London Underground, it is really busy. So see if I can clear a signal for you. So this train 124 is just stop at Earls Court, so we need to clear signal 31, I think. Let's have a look. There we are. Yeah. Oh no, that's into the siding. Oh dear, that's not very good. So 34 is the main line. Ah, right, that's just yeah, so you need to check on what's happening there. I think you can actually put all these on auto as well and literally watch it work itself. And just if it's new, you just want to control the Earls Court bit, just keep that on. So you can switch all these on. Again, there is just one timetable supplied, full 24-hour timetable. There's nothing. Oh, we've got a stop clock. Yeah, there's no timetable editor on this, so you just get that timetable as far as I know. Oh, shuttle service test. Oh, you probably can. Oh, there's a timetable editor. Don't think you can actually edit trains. I'll have to find out about that. But right, so that's the Earls Court one. I'll have a look at one more. As I say, you can check these yourself. Let's have a look at the Champagne. How do I pronounce it? Champagne. Right. Obviously, this is the American one. Again, this is strange. You've got this enormous lever frame at the bottom of the layout, controlling coloured lights. You've got. Let me get rid of this performance box in the middle of it. You've got your flat crossing, which is a flat crossing right across both lines. So again, this takes some getting used to, because you've got to learn about American signalling as well. So yes, I mean, we're showing you a switcher, which is a shunter coming out this sidings. Instructions on where to do quite a bit of shunting on that one. Again, try it, see what you think. Session saved. Right, so say we've got the Engelow as well, and Earls Court. So I think that's about all the different types of simulations. You can search by location as well. So if you're a Midland man like myself, you can click on the Midland area, and it's got all these. Obviously, they're all different types of series, but it tells you which one in there, plus the difficulty level, download price, and the buy it now button. Right. There's also, while I'm covering the website, you've got user support on there, frequently asked questions, how to contact PC Rail, the user group, which is quite a good group on people discussing various things, and you've got timetable site as well if you want additional timetables to any of these simulations. Myself runs PC Rail services, which you can have additional timetables. Latest one they've just come out, we've got London Waterloo and Newcastle. Extra timetables for there. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed this introduction. Say, have a look, download as many as you want, have a look at them, and if you've got any comments or anything you particularly want me to cover, please add a comment below and I'll reply to you as soon as possible. Okay, cheers for now and thank you for watching. Bye.